Welcome back to another episode of Plant-Based Ads. I'm Joey Truxell. Let's quick thank our Patreon and PayPal supporters, our financial supporters. Without them, we wouldn't have a show. If you've ever thought about how can I help, how can I be part of the team, that's how you can help you become a financial supporter. There's a link in the description below this video on how you can join the team. I'd also like to thank Compliment for sponsoring this video. We'll hear more about them later on, actually throughout the show, but later on in the show. All right, so today, oh my gosh, it's Sunday. I usually film on Saturday. I usually get the videos to the Patreon and PayPal holders on Sunday. This will be a little bit behind, but it's been a very long summer. I don't even know where to begin. I have had to work the entire summer, not work, but I've had to go to conferences and classes and training. And right now I'm in the middle of a 80-hour, 2-week training, which will end this coming Friday, the 30th, I guess, or whatever it is. And I actually am reporting back to work this week on Thursday, so I'm doing my training from my classroom because I have to be, it's a remote thing and my work wants me there. So I'm reporting back to work. The summer's over for me, and then the kids are back next Tuesday. I have not had 2 minutes to myself of the summer, between the field trip to the Nationals, to Skills USA right after school ended, to the conference in Tucson, to the training that I had to do for AP Summer Institute, to the 2 weeks of training I'm doing now. It's been one thing after another. Other than that trip to Atlanta, which is part of my stipend for Skills USA, the rest of it, all that training, all those weeks, it's all unpaid. And I mean, I grew up with my dad saying, oh, teachers have it all. They get paid over the summer. The teachers, I don't know why my dad thought that. What an idiot. Teachers don't get paid for the summer. You can get paid over the summer. You can stretch out your paychecks where you get less every week or every 2 weeks, and then over the summer you just keep getting paid. But I stopped getting paid May 21st or whatever the last day of school is. Depending on your area, your school might go into June. And then I don't get paid again until 2 weeks after I go back in the middle of August. We're not paid for the summer, which doesn't make any sense anyway to pay us for the summer. We're not working. But just so you know, the summer is unpaid, and I would go get a job over the summer. I'm almost done with my fitness certification. I could easily work at a gym right now. But I can't because I'm in training all summer long that's unpaid, and I can't miss that. So, the nonsense teachers have to go through, it is just absurd. They've really set it up where we have to be unemployed all summer long, and we don't get unemployment, in order to satisfy, training and teaching requirements all school year long. So it's very frustrating. But because of that, I've had no summer, which is, I complain about this every summer, but the same thing happens every summer. Yesterday, we did our first TCG card show. We were a vendor at a Pokemon TCG baseball card show type of thing. You may have been realizing over the last year that I've been working with Lex. He's been buying different Pokemon products, different Pokemon cards. It's basically the stuff for the cards. So he's got so much stuff, I'm like, let's just do a show. So you pay $65 to be a vendor in the show, and then people come and buy stuff. And it was really profitable, actually. So that was a lot of fun. He's really interested in that. So it's kind of his little side gig going on. All right, today I'm just going to take you along with me for a day of what we're doing. I don't have a specific plan, but I know I'm starting the day off with a fiber-based cereal. So I have some fiber today. And I'm going to use Fiber One. I'm not promoting this brand. This is just what I use. Last time I used this, someone in the chat, someone in the comments was like, Fiber One's not vegan. You're not a real vegan. Oh my God. Okay. So I even went through ChatGPT to make sure the information I have here is correct. And here's what ChatGPT says, which I already knew. The ingredients are primarily whole grain wheat, corn bran, modified wheat starch. Is it the healthiest thing? No. It's got sucralose, vitamins and minerals. It does not contain milk, eggs, honeys, or gelatin. And the ingredient list includes vitamin B12, but not D3. And that person was saying that cereals have D3, which is made from animal products. And that person was right. Most D3 is made from animal products. You'd have to call the manufacturer to find out, if this person, but this doesn't include D3. That's usually the ingredient that really screws it up for vegans. Why is it vegan friendly? Well, it's got 18 grams of fiber for 2/3 of a cup. It's loaded with fiber, which is why I'm having this meal right now. It's not a protein meal, it's a fiber meal. It's only like 90 calories for an entire serving, and I'm going to have just a little bit less of it. Actually, I'm having 2 servings of it, so I'm getting double. There's no added sugar. It's made with whole grains. Like, hopefully you're not gluten intolerant, because if that's the case, then this isn't going to work. But Fiber One, I'm having a fiber cereal. If you didn't want to use Fiber One, there's other options that are plant-based. You can just use shredded wheat. That's made with minimal ingredients. Nature's Path Smart brand is a good option also. Grape nuts and Ezekiel sprouted grain cereal. So for me, what I'm about to show you, this really does it. It's my favorite. I love the way it tastes, and I love all the fruit in it, and it's a really great fiber start to my day. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I normally don't eat out of a mixing bowl, but it's clear, so I want you to see the whole thing because I'm adding stuff to it. So I measure everything. People have also commented in the comments like, what kind of life is that to measure all your food out? Just enjoy yourself. Listen, I went from being fat to being like muscular, not by enjoying myself, by watching every calorie I take in and every calorie I burn. If you're not willing to do that, then then you're not gonna get into the shape you want to get to. You're just gonna be going by your life, and whatever happens, happens. I have way too much control over everything to let that happen. I did that for so long, so I don't want to do that anymore. I'm 62 years old here in a few months. Like, no, I don't know how much time I have left, but I want to be healthy and I want to be strong. So I'm going to turn this on, and I'm using 80 grams of this. One serving is 40 grams, so I'm having 2 servings of this. And I like the Costco bags because instead of one big bag, it's just these 2 smaller bags in there, right? Which I really like. This should have a clip on it, and it doesn't, so I'm worried. So I'm going to do 80 grams of this. I'm measuring it out, and it'll be a nice sized bowl of this. And I'll go over all the macros with you as soon as I have this in. All right, there you go. So 80 grams of this. Now I am going to use a sweetener. I just had another one here, but I swapped it because that one's not open, and this is, but I don't really care which one it is. This is the Lakanto monk fruit sweetener. It's got erythritol and monk fruit in it. I know some people don't want to eat erythritol. That's fine. The other one I had was just allulose. Whatever you want. You can put sugar in this, but that blows the calories up because sugar is loaded with calories, and this is 0 calories. So I'm going to eat this because it's a pretty smart option. And I'm just going to put a tablespoon of sugar in here. All right, so I've got that in there. And then next, I'm putting in a little cup of strawberries. It's actually, I've measured this out. It's 50 grams of frozen strawberries from Costco. So this is the Kirkland signature brand frozen strawberries. And then the same thing with the blueberries. I'm picking these 2 fruits because blueberries and strawberries have a bunch of fiber in them. So, and this is a fiber-based cereal, which is the reason I'm eating this, right? Otherwise, I'd have a protein shake if I needed a protein meal. And then for the milk, I'm using Silk touch of almond cashew milk. This doesn't have any protein in it. It's got like 1 gram of protein for a whole cup. I'm not drinking this because it's protein rich. I'm drinking it because it's 25 calories for a cup, which is really low. So I'm going to reset this scale to 0. Make sure I shake this up. And I'm going to put a cup of milk in, which is 240 milliliters. So I'm going to put that in here, and I'm measuring everything that I do. You don't have to do this. If measuring triggers you, then don't watch me because that's what I do, all right? And you go back to your nice life where everything's perfect. I don't have that. I'm a short guy, and I easily gain weight if I go over a certain amount of calories because I'm small. So I can't live that life. You might be able to. I congratulate you. Not me. If you're a shorty like me, then these are the things you have to deal with, all right? All right. So I've got my nice bowl of cereal here. Like, look at all that stuff. I've got my fruits in here. I've got my fiber, my bran. Like, this is amazing. So I'm going to eat this up now. I make this all the time. This is my favorite cereal, all right? It gives me so much, and I feel like I'm cheating when I eat this. I feel like this is when you were a kid and you could have cereal 3 times a day because you loved it. I feel like this is it right here. I really eat this sometimes at night, but this is so good. Well, let's edit this and put it on the screen for us. I've got the strawberries, the blueberries, the cashew milk, and the Fiber One cereal. All the measurements are there. This meal is 248 calories for a mixing bowl full of cereal. There's only 8 grams of protein in it, but I'm gonna have some heavy protein meals today, so I don't care about the protein in this meal right now. 78 grams of carbs and 4 grams of fat, kind of low. When I look at the actual the grams of fiber we're getting and all that, so fiber in this here is 38 grams of fiber. That's more than most meat eaters get in one day. I'm getting it from this meal. So that's a big boost to my fiber today. Again, I'll have plenty of protein options all day long, right? But a lot of that stuff's not going to have any fiber in it. We're not going to have enough fiber in it. It's all plant-based, so we'll have fiber, but we won't have enough fiber to get me to like 60 grams for the day. So I try to get over 50 grams of fiber a day. 65 would be like really nice for me a day. You should not do that if you're not used to eating a lot of fiber a day or every day. You will bloat, you will have cramps. You kind of have to work your way up to that. But I was on starch solution for so many years and I had hundreds of grams of fiber a day. I'd have like 110 grams of fiber a day. I'm used to it. Anyway, this is so good. The show was interesting yesterday. I spent a lot of time with Lex, and sometimes it seems like he's just kind of like, I don't care what happens. Like he just grew up with two dads, basically got everything he ever wanted, although he's never really asked for anything. He just really got what he needed, and he's very happy. But sometimes I don't know if he's really able to fend for himself, right? So we're at the table. He's got his cards all laid out. He's got all his stuff laid out. And some guy walks up and he's looking at the card. He goes, let me see this card. So Lex opens the case and shows him the card. And it's a $10 card, right? And the guy goes, I'll give you 8 for it. And I was about to go, hey, we'll take it. And Lex goes, 9? And the guy goes, all right, I'll take it. Now, I was like, okay, he's ready to negotiate. Like, I like this, right? And then after it was done, I said, you pulled that card out of a pack like 10 years ago. It's basically free. He goes, yeah, I know, but I know the value of that card and I'm not giving it away. And I was like, wow. So how cool is that? Like, I don't know the value of that card, but he does. So I'm almost like, well, this is where he belongs. Like, this is environment. This is his thing. So I was pretty proud. Really cool. And the guy was happy. He got it for lower than the sticker price. And I was happy because, the card was sitting around the house 10 years. So there you go. All right. We're going to take you along with us today. I need to go to Lowe's to get some carpet squares to my classroom. I have a student lounge area, and the whole classroom, it's 2,000 square feet. I can't wait to show it to you. But that whole classroom's like this concrete polished floor, from over the years. I want the student lounge area, I put nice chairs there and all that. I want that to be carpeted to have a different, definitive, space. So I want that. And so I'm buying some carpet for my classroom area. There you go. Teachers have the summer off. So I'll be taking care of that. We also need to go to Costco. We might do another few stores, and I'm gonna have a protein shake at some point today. And then Tim's supposed to make seitan, so I'll take you along with that if he does that, because I want you to see the seitan recipe again. I really need seitan since I'm going back to work. So, and then he's making yogurt, so that'll probably come out of the yogurt maker here soon, out of the Instant Pot, and we'll show you what we do with that. All right. I'm back to my cereal. See you in a bit. A little bit, guys. All right, looks like Tim is getting some fruit and vegetables ready here.
Yes. I forgot last week the pineapple, so
I'm gonna adjust the cameras here so you can
see if it's any good. All right, yes, Joe, you're right. So I just rinsed off a pineapple. We'll see if it's any good. We've got a watermelon. It's got some yellow on it, so I think this is it's gonna be a good one. And then some cucumber. I'll chop this up today. Just, again, meal prep for the week.
Okay, we're not doing a meal prep video, but at least we'll have food. All right.
Show them what we're doing.
We're just waiting for Lex to finish showering and come down, so we're just killing some time. All right. So let's do that, and then we're gonna go to a few stores, I think.
Okay. Additionally, so we've got this going on, and then let me grab the yogurt.
Instant Pot did its thing with the yogurt last night, so it's all kind of there, and it's edible yogurt right now.
Yeah, so I used a packaged soy milk, just soy milk, no other chemicals, some probiotic capsules emptied in there, and then a little bit saved from last time that whey.
Yeah, we have a whole video right here on how to make this. It's Instant Pot yogurt.
Yep, so I put this in the refrigerator a little bit just to get a chill going. I mean, it's not 100% necessary. We just kind of like it.
Yeah. So right now, the yogurt is ready to eat. It's regular yogurt, but we're making Greek-style yogurt.
Correct. So we wanted a little more, so less quantity, more dense, so Greek-style.
Yeah. That's it is.
So I've got this. I'm just going to pour into here.
And then what'll happen is the whey, which is the liquid part, will drip out, causing it to be really thick, which is how you get Greek yogurt. And then all the protein will be concentrated into a lot less product, which will make it much more, protein rich per per serving than it would if you ate it this way. This way you'll get it with the whey, so you'll get a lot more volume, and you won't get it, and the protein will spread out around all the servings, where without the whey it'll be a lot less volume and you'll have a lot more protein. Yep. So that's what we're doing, and we're going to let this drip for 2 days, and it'll just do its thing. And there's a link to this in the description below the video, all the tools that we're using. It's the Amazon Greek yogurt strainer thing or whatever.
Yeah. We may start using this tomorrow. We just have 1 jar left, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. All right.
Back in the fridge. What's so nice about using that Instapot is that pot literally just goes in the dishwasher. Maybe we do a little rinse, but it goes in the dishwasher, done. So cleanup is really minimal. One of my favorite things about it.
Yeah, I love anything to do with the Instant Pot. Cleanup's easy, so. All right, so we have this really yellow-looking pineapple, which I think is not going to be edible. But with me being...
Have a little faith.
We're pushed over here so you don't see the dirty dishes in the sink, because we just haven't gotten to cleaning yet. And otherwise I would just not do the video with dirty dishes in the sink. We got to do something. And because of that, I'm right in front of this door, which the light, the camera's focusing on the door and then me, so the light's really messed up. So anyway.
We did some baking for Pokemon Card Club for Lex, so yes. That was kind of fun.
His card show, yeah.
But it left for a big mess. So
let's see. Well,
so I've rinsed this off.
All right.
Cut the top bottom off. This is like a spiraler for pineapple. Put it right in the middle.
This one of your Temu finds?
No, this is on Amazon. You can find it in cookie store or any cooking store.
And you just cut right down into the bottom, and then you pull it all out into the little rings. It's kind of actually pretty cool.
Now that core that's in the center, we do save that, freeze it, and use it in smoothies. It has some anti-cancer properties. Like there's benefits to that center core.
And you just kind of keep going until you get to the bottom of this thing.
Yes.
If you don't drill through the bottom, you can use it as a drink holder if you're making cocktails. We are not drink people, so we don't drink.
But absolutely, if you save the bottom, you could freeze it just like this on your next party. Yeah. Have a few of these, that would elevate it for sure.
Party tips from Joey Tip. All right, so you just turn it upside down and the thing comes out. And then Tim was talking about there's a core in the middle of that. That's the part of the pineapple that really, isn't as nice and soft. We'll grab a spoon out of there, maybe pop it out. All right. But it works in smoothies, so you can throw that in the fridge or the freezer. And
it's healthy.
When I grab frozen pineapple, I just grab that for smoothies. So.
All right, so I'll portion these out. Usually it's typical to get 3 containers of pineapple, and then since this is portioned out, it's ready to eat. Everyone seems happy.
It comes out to about 300 grams of pineapple total, so about 100 grams per little container. Pineapple's really low in calories. Like, if I'm snacky, I just eat fruit. I don't even worry about the calories sometimes. I just know at the end of the day, I had some extra pineapple and it's not a big deal. But I know it's about 100 calories per container of pineapple, so how is it? I love fresh pineapple. Oh yeah. Holy smoke, good.
This is a golden pineapple, it's a little different.
Yeah. Wow. This one's really good.
Yeah, so this is a golden pineapple. It's a little bit more on the sweeter side. It's really good. So, boom, we've had this. This seems to work for pre-workout. A little pineapple, a little watermelon.
I swear, the whole workout gym community, everyone's like, I'm taking a pre-workout. What are you taking your pre? And they've got all these powders they're selling and it's crazy price. I just eat fruit. Watermelon, pineapple, cantaloupe. I eat as much fruit as I can, usually like 100 to 300 grams of fruit for my workout, and that's it. And that's like carbohydrate, sugar right there that I need, and it's all good for me. So that's my pre-workout is always fruit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna clean up this mess, and then we'll tackle the watermelon.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, this is always kind of fun popping into a watermelon, see if it's good or not. It's so hard to tell.
Watermelon, this is the season for it, because they should all be good.
Well, luckily in Arizona here, we kind of get things all year round.
Yeah, but they're just not always really juicy. So there's definitely a season even here. Let me just see if it tastes good before you brought it up. Oh yeah, it is ripe and ready to eat.
What are you doing?
So good.
Joe, I'm gonna make you useful, and why don't you go get some containers for us to put this in?
All right.
Probably need 5.
Out of all the fruits and vegetables that you could eat, the lowest in calories, is watermelon. It is very low.
Talk about a natural electrolyte, right? All right, I've got a stack of containers. We're just gonna fill this up mostly. We kind of know the macros, and that's sort of a one portion.
Yeah. So 300. Each one of those holds about 300 grams of watermelon. 300 grams of watermelon is about 97 calories.
Oh.
It's just a third of the volume is a third in calories. Like, it's really good. It's the lowest you can get.
But we know during the week, working, going to work out, and then managing the house and each other, that having this.
That's a lot of work, believe me.
Having this portioned out is a lifesaver. It's key to our success.
Yeah.
We will literally have fruits and vegetables on the counter, but if I haven't prepped them, it just seems too much work or overwhelming or something. So
yeah. Sometimes I think like the composter eats more vegetables than we do.
No.
I'll take care of these.
I definitely have a hard time when we're out shopping. Like, this is what I want. I want to eat this. I want this. It doesn't always translate in the week.
No.
So
yeah, we've always got storage containers. We got more storage containers than IKEA. Like, we have a lot.
yeah, but for good reason. Like, if we're gonna be successful, that's what we gotta do.
And then this week I'm only working. I go back to work Thursday, so I'm in my classroom Thursday and Friday. Although I'm in a class online the entire day in my classroom. But the week after, I'm back at school like regular schedule. The kids are back on Tuesday, and I'm back Monday. And I have a refrigerator now. I have my own office, my own lunch space, and all that. So I'm going to have to.
Yeah, that's new this year, right?
Yeah. So I've got a smoothie maker set up. The person before me had a coffee area where she did coffee. I don't drink coffee, so I got rid of all that. I gave it back to her, and then I set up a table for smoothie stuff. I got my blender. I've got all my smoothie tools. Are they putting more in there or not?
Yeah. So we upgraded the one at home. There's a beast blender. Now that we have a 1200 watts, I think. So it's the biggest they have.
Whatever the big beast is. Yeah.
Anyway, I love the design. It's very simple. Okay, lid that up.
You want to put one or two more in there?
That's ready to go.
Well, yeah. I guess. So now I have everything. I got to stock my kitchen area at school in my office with stuff to make smoothies. So I don't have to bring smoothies anymore in the morning. We'll make them at work. I've got my protein powders there. I've got everything I need there. My milk, all that stuff, or I will have it. Next weekend we'll go grocery shopping for school, and I'll just have everything there. I got my blender. I'll just make them there, rinse it out there. I got a sink there, and I'll just do that every morning. I don't have to worry about bringing my lunchbox really.
Yeah.
I can bring food for the week in one trip. Stack the fridge. Got my microwave. I'm ready to go.
It is nice. You have a full-size fridge there, a little room. But I've got in my office a fridge. It really makes a difference having some fresh things for the week.
I have a feeling I'll have to bring the coffee stuff back because a lot of the seniors drink coffee, and that was where they used to go to get their coffee. Now they can get it where the other teacher, Bahama, we switched rooms. She's bringing it with her, but we'll see if they come up looking for coffee. I do not want to deal with coffee. So
No.
I'm just not interested.
This is almost like candy, which is kind of sad. So we get used to this flavor, and then you get a bad watermelon, you're like, oh, this is so plain or something.
So
This really is worth it.
Lex has never had watermelon. We took him for allergy testing when he was junior, and he has an off-the-charts allergy to watermelon. Like, we know he's allergic to peanuts because in kindergarten, they did a project where they made stuff out of peanut butter, and he broke out. So we knew he was allergic to peanuts. So he's never eaten peanut butter because of that. But watermelon, that was a mild to severe reaction. Watermelon was off the charts. And I've only ever heard of one other person that had a watermelon allergy. One of the guys at the vegan gym has talked about that too. He still eats it anyway.
It's maybe just the flower, the plant itself, but there's never been a huge draw for the watermelon for Lex, so we've never really pushed it. But I know you guys exist out there, and we just thought we'd throw that out so you don't feel alone. So it's kind of an exciting year for you coming up. You're doing some new curriculum stuff. And
I have 4 classes. So I'll start in August with 2 classes of my IT Essentials, which will now be a networking curriculum to prepare for next year's AP Networking. And then I have a class of coding. I hate coding. So I'll be teaching Python. I know it, I just don't like coding. I really like my hands-on routing stuff. But anyway, the kids love coding. So that's my classes for this fall. And then the spring semester in January, it's cybersecurity, which I teach every year in January. and my routing and switching class, which I normally teach in August, but has been moved to the end of the year.
So something about that, like you're probably thinking, well, why are you teaching coding? Like you can just ask Claude or something. But you begin to develop your own style. It's almost like your signature, your style when it comes to programming or a script. So even though you use AI, you still have to be able to read it and understand it and edit it. So you still teach the understanding of it for sure.
And coding teaches you how to think. It teaches you how to think algorithmically. Like it really, you get a lot out of it. I personally don't like it because I like hardware.
But I think it's important to share that because you're like, hey, Claude or OpenAI can do that now, but there's more.
All right, so here's what we got out of that: pineapple and watermelon.
Power of an ice cream scoop.
Yeah,
Ta-da!
that's it.
So this is part of the meal prep. We'll put this in the fridge so when we have it, it's gonna be nice and cold. We know it's ripe. So we know we're in some for good stuff this week, which is awesome.
I will eat at least one of these a day, sometimes two of these a day. I'm fine snacking in the fridge, and this is there. I just open it up, I eat this, I get everything I need out of that. I'm good.
Now we know that meal prepping or prepping sometimes it's not good on like the 5th day. So I may stop at Fry's to get some pre-cut fruit or something like that, or if we have time to cut some more. But anyway, this will get us through for a bit.
It'll get us through Thursday. It won't make it to the 5th day. All right, that's the fruit we're cutting up. I think Lex is ready, so we're going to head out to the stores.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Right, let's get going.
All right, we are in the car headed to Lowe's. Lowe's has carpet squares like in a package ready to go. They're 1 foot by 1 foot, I guess, maybe bigger, I don't know. And like 100 square feet is like $60, which is what I need. I need about 108 square feet for that area of my classroom. So we're headed there now, and I'll show you what I'm getting when we get there. All right, let's go. Tim is headed over to plants because that's his favorite area. We are headed into the main store. All right, so Lowe's has these carpet squares that self-stick, and for the classroom area where the kids are gonna do their lunches and all that, this would work out well. They have this one on sale. I mean, I'm buying it on my own money. It's a clearance item, and it's just kind of this gray carpet. You get 22 square feet. It's 42 cents a square foot, so it winds up being $10 a box. I need about 5 boxes, so it's about $50 for that whole area. So I'm gonna grab some of these. Tim's got a bunch of those in the cart right there. So that should work out. So for about $50, I'm going to be able to carpet that whole area, which should work out really nice. Just carpet squares. You just peel them stick and put them down. All right. So they're self-stick, which will be great. But we're going to get some double-sided tape anyway from the paint area. So that's where we're headed. All right. For the house, I need blue tape. So I'm just going to get roll of this. Throw this in the cart right here. All right, so we're going to get some of this Scotch double-sided carpet tape right here. And right here, throw that in the cart, and we'll take that with me. Okay, in order to cut that carpet, we're going to need some knives. I already have knives, but I don't need blades. So I'm going to grab these blades right here for, 5 count for $2.98. All right, let's get them. All right, we thought the carpet squares were $10 a box, but they're ringing up at $6.72 a box. I feel like I should go back and get a few more, but I don't really need it. So, all right, well, there you go. All right, so that was a sweet deal at Lowe's. I went back, got 2 more boxes just in case, because I don't know, you lose some of it because you got to cut some of it. So now I'm prepared no matter what for at least the 100 feet of, student area that I have. All right, we are on our way to, normally we go to Paradise Valley for shopping, but Tim wants to go to Costco in Scottsdale, so we're going to head North Scottsdale to hit Costco. So see you there. All right, Tim, what did you discover there?
I think I've been seeing this on meal prep videos.
What is it?
This pan.
Oh, is it like electric skillet?
Yeah, it's electric skillet, but
it's a gadget you don't have.
Uncoated.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Say goodbye. This is not the Costco we normally go to. We usually go to PV in the Scottsdale. This one is a zoo. Like, it's really bad. The bad thing is the bathrooms aren't working. So there's porta potties outside. So when you're walking in, I guess they're cleaning them out or something, or they're taking care of a plumbing problem. They've got a big truck outside sucking all that crap out of the sewers or whatever. It just reeks of feces. Like, it's really, really bad. For Scottsdale, that's really bad. So that was disgusting going in. Other than that, it's fine inside, but it is a zoo in this store. This store has got to be one of their busiest stores. There's so many people here. Yikes. Okay, now we're at Walmart. Tim needs to get some stuff for laundry or whatever. I never thought I'd say this, but I was in Costco and I had to go to the bathroom really bad, and I would not use a bathroom because of the sewage problem they had. So here I am going, I'll wait till use the bathroom at Walmart, which if you know anything about Walmart bathrooms, they're not clean. Although this is the Scottsdale one, so actually it is pretty clean. So I just use the bathroom and I'm fine. So we're walking around getting stuff for detergent, I guess, and checking Pokemon cards. We'll let you know if we find anything. All right, so we're leaving Walmart here. We're headed to High Street, which is in North Phoenix. So High Street is a residential area with stores on the bottom. Like you live in the condos on the top, and on the bottom it's all shopping. Like Mellow Mushrooms there. Sometimes we'll hit that for the tempeh sandwich they have at night, and they have half-price appetizers. So we get the pretzels with no cheese sauce and that sort of thing. And then there's and there's residences there. Well, Sprouts always had kind of a little store there, just kind of a little neighborhood store, like really, really small, right? And Sprouts just opened a huge store there, and it's going to be their flagship store. And Sprouts is a local Arizona company, so they built their headquarters right next to it. So we're going to go to this new Sprouts at High Street, which is supposed to be really nice. They just opened it, and their headquarters are right next. So I'm going to show you all that. So I'll show you that as we pull up. This is Sprouts' new store, and then over there is their world headquarters. So we're going to go check it out. Looks like it's pretty busy. It is a really beautiful store, a beautiful whole glass front wall of windows. Really, really nice. There's a lot of people in here. I don't think it looks any bigger than the other stores, but it definitely freshened up. And they've lighted the paint job. It looks really nice. So we're going to shop around and see what's here. So quite a selection of cheeses, though they don't have the one that Lex really wants, which is normal because Sprouts doesn't carry that. Only Whole Foods does.
Actually, I think it's such a small
Plenty of
selection.
options. Yeah. All right. I am going to get these Baby Bells because vegan cheese is a waste of calories, but we love it. But for 35 calories here, you get a gram of protein, which is better than these other ones do. None of that gives you any protein, and they're all over 35 calories. So you get one of these. I'll just spread it around on a sandwich, and it'll be ready to go. Okay, so we're over here by the real cheese, which I don't know why Tim noticed this, but we were walking by, and the follow your heart we're looking for is with all the real cheeses. Like, well, actually, there's cashew cheese right there. And there's cashew ricotta. Yeah. So actually, why are these over here? I don't know if they realize these are in the wrong spot. So, but I would never have looked over here for this stuff since it was over there, right? So there you go. This is exactly what we're looking for. We're grabbing it.
All right, we are back from the stores and all that craziness, and I'm going to make myself just a protein shake. It's the middle of the day, and it just gives me the rest of the protein I need. So after that, I can have dinner just without having to worry about getting the bulk of my protein. I'm going to shoot for 100 grams of protein today. I'm starting out with some bananas. I need the scale here. I usually put in 200 grams of bananas, which is a lot of banana because bananas are all calories. Like they're just, I don't know, they're not a waste of calories because there's so much nutrition in them, but it just kills the calories in the shake. But this is what I'm doing. So let's see what I got. These are really big, ripe bananas. I'm gonna go with that. That's 174 for that one banana. That's what I'm doing. These bananas are too big to put in two of them. So I'm gonna pop that in, and I'm gonna grab some ice for this thing. All right, so I've got my ice in here, and I'm gonna put in 1 cup of this protein-rich silk chocolate milk. I love this stuff so much. It's higher in calories than that cashew milk I use. Instead of 25 calories, it's 140. But it's got 13 grams of protein, and this is a protein-rich meal, so I'm okay doing that. So I'm going to reset this back to 0 and put in 240 milliliters, which is the equivalent of 1 cup. So that's what I'm doing here, and this stuff is really good. I'll fill the rest up with water after that's in, and if there's space in the top. But I'm measuring this out exactly because it's so high in calories. All right, got that in. I'm going to put in 4 tablespoons of this PB Fit powder. It's 60 calories for 2 tablespoons, and I'm putting in 4. So this is a protein-rich meal because this has 7 grams of protein, so I'm going to get 14 grams of protein out of this. That's 2 out of these 4 scoops. 3 and 4. that takes care of that. That's filling up. And then I'm going to use my favorite Earth Chimp chocolate protein mix, which, if you love Earth Chimp, strawberry is back for a limited time. You can buy it on Amazon. I'll give you all the information to get with my discount link, and you use my discount on this. But I love strawberry. This is my favorite, but this is a chocolate shake I'm making because of the chocolate milk. So I'm using the chocolate right now. But either way, you can get 10% off on your next order or every order of Earth Chimp by going to the link below, or just going to Amazon and going to Earth Chimp and using the code Plant-Based Dads at checkout. That should give you 10% off, however much you order. And if you order over $45, you get free shipping. So it's a great deal. I absolutely love Earth Chimp. So I'm gonna put 4 scoops of this in. One serving is 2 scoops. All right, so let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 4 scoops of that. And then the last thing I'm putting in here before the water is just some vanilla, a splash of vanilla for flavor. All right, I'm gonna top the rest of this off with water, blend it on the blender. This is my Beast blender, the new one. Blend it on the blender, bring it back here, pour it out, and we'll go over the calories. This is absolutely my favorite meal replacement shake. All right, so I've got my mason jar. I don't know what size this is. It looks like it's 3 cups, 2.4 ounces. I don't know. So, there you go. And I'm gonna pour this out here. And these newer size Beast blenders are bigger than these jars. Before it was the exactly amount to fit into the jar, and now there's some extra. And then I like to put a little cover on here. These plastic covers are cool because they're made specifically for the jars, and they have a little seal on them. And like, I don't need this at home. I take my reusable straw and stick through there, and I can just take it with me. And I got my straw and my cover on it. It's really nice. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's go over the macros with this. If you're a chocoholic like me, you're gonna love this. I gotta rinse this out real fast. Let me do that. This shake was in my meal replacement video. I'll have a link to that right up here. It showed all these different shakes you can make to replace meals. This one here is 676 calories, which is a lot of calories, but I doubled up on the peanut butter powder. I doubled up on the protein powder, and I put a higher calorie milk in it because it got me more protein. But that 676 calories gave me 68 grams of protein. For this one meal. I'm gonna drink this. I'm exhausted from shop. Listen, my family wears me out at the stores. Let me just tell you, they're not around, right? Oh my gosh, like, they gotta stop and look at everything, and then they will go to like 7 or 8 different stores, and I'm like, I could do like Target and Sprouts. I'm done. Like, let's just go home. But they'll just go from store to store to store. I'm not a shopper. Like, I'm just not. I don't check prices on things. If I see something, I'm like, oh, this is a decent price, I'm just gonna grab it. That's it. I'm just not a shopper. So it just wears me out. It's just draining. So I can't wait to get home and just sit on the couch and kind of collect myself. But more power to them. Like, they're fine going to different stores. I'm just not. Okay, I'm gonna do this, and then we're supposed to make seitan. I heard Tim go upstairs, and now that I don't hear any movement at all, which usually means he's laying in bed. So I'm hoping we do seitan because we absolutely need that. And Lex wants pizza for the week, so we need pizza crust, high protein pizza crust. We all love pizza, but crust is a complete waste of calories in pizza. So Tim has a really great high protein pizza crust. There's a video right here where we do it. So check that out. I'm hoping he does it tonight. I'll show you some of that. When you have a high protein pizza crust, well, then you can put some toppings on it, that like seitan or whatever, and then you wind up with, I don't know, 400 calorie pizza with like 40 grams of protein. Like, if you're counting protein and calories, it's a sweet deal. All right, see you in a bit. Oh, one other thing. I'm obviously not going to hit all my nutrition values for today. Like, I'll get protein and carbohydrates and all that, but some of this stuff will be a complete loss. So I'm just going to protect myself here, and I'm going to take my servings of Complement Essential. Complement Essential is my multivitamin. Without this, I don't know that I'm getting everything. So it's just the 8 critical nutrients that everyone needs, and not only vegans, but even meaties are deficient in vitamins a lot of times. So we get everything from plants we need other than B12. And the reason we don't get B12 is B12 is in the dirt. That's where it comes from. And the animals eat their food off the ground, so they eat the dirt, which is where they get the vitamins from. And we don't eat food off the dirt, so we don't get that. When we eat plants, we wash them. So, we're not getting B12. So, but other than that, we get everything we need from plants. But us, just like meat eaters, we don't always eat the right things to get what we need. So these 8 ingredients, the nutrients that they have, those are the ones we need. And then I also take omega complex. These are the essential fatty acids I need without being from fish. I don't know if you know this. Every time I have this conversation with someone, they argue with me. But fish don't make omega 3s. Like you tell that to someone, they're like, yeah, fish oil, that's where omega 3s come from. Yeah, but they don't make the omega 3s. Well, yeah, they do. And they'll just argue with it. No, they don't. They store it. They get it from the seaweed, which is where these vitamins come from. They're just vitamins from seaweed. So fish store the omega 3s in their fat. And then when you eat the fatty fish, you eat the omega 3s. So I'm just avoiding the fish. No fishy business. Going right to this. I'm going to take these here, but if you're interested in Complement has a link in the description below this video. You can also go to lovecomplement.com and put in my code plant-based dads at checkout and 15% off on every order that you make. So it's a good deal. So now you have a reason to stay healthy because you're getting a discount. Let me take these. Now I'm done with this meal. Well, I'm still eating my shake, but we'll see what happens next. Hopefully we'll make a seitan. See you in a bit.
La pluie.
La pluie.
La pluie.
La pluie. There you go.
Il va pleuvoir.
Il va pleuvoir. Yep.
Pleuvoir.
It's going to rain. Check me out, Holmes. Rain. Pluie.
Pluie.
Pluie. Pluie.
Il va faire beau.
Il va faire beau. It's going to be nice out. Beau is nice. Fair is out, I believe.
Faire.
It's going to be nice out. It's going to be nice out. That's it. Ooh, why did I get October instead of out? What's wrong with me? Oh my gosh, really? Not happy. All right.
Il va neiger demain.
Il va neiger demain. It's going, neiger is snow. It's going to snow. Demain is tomorrow. So it's going to snow tomorrow. There you go. To do.
Faire.
Fair. All right, so what a long day. So we need seitan this week, and for dinner I want to have seitan anyway.
Yes.
So
I'm going to show tonight a basic recipe. Not a lot of spices and stuff. It seems like once we tear this apart, we put it in like fajita mix or add to pasta, like keeping it as versatile as possible, meaning plain. We've got a number of dry rubs we can cook it in, wet different sauces. So this gives us the most flexibility.
So it's just the base seitan recipe. We used to spice it up and all that, and then we find out we did add it to other dishes, and the Italian spices in it would not, like it just didn't work.
Yeah.
So having it not spiced, we can always spice it when we're cooking.
Yeah. So water, salt, and then we're using the premium, the vital wheat and gluten.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're adding some pea protein.
Yeah.
And then we're adding some nooch.
Yeah, so
that's it. Very simple.
We have a whole video on that. You can link it right here. I don't know how much of this we're going to show in this video because we've already have a whole video. But the point is we're going to make seitan here and we'll show you some of the tips.
Yes. Love the flexibility and the fat-freeness of it.
Yeah.
And the protein, of course. So, okay.
All right, let's get started.
So first of all, I'm going to want the dry ingredients separate, and then I want wet ingredients. Then with the wet ingredients, I'm going to add the dry ingredients to the wet. So that's sort of the process, just so you have a big picture idea.
All right, let's bring this over here so we can kind of see in the photo right there. All right.
Okay. All right, first thing, 10 ounces of water. Okay, to this water, I'm going to add a little sea salt, probably just a teaspoon. That's everything there. Gives a little time for the salt to dissolve. Mix into the water. Now let's work on the dried ingredients. I'm going to change this back to grams. All right, vital wheat gluten, 300 grams. All right, we have 300 grams of vital wheat gluten. I'm going to now add 125 grams of plain pea protein. So it's unflavored. All right, 125. All right, don't say I didn't warn you, but probably should wear an apron with this. Just a warning. Okay, so we have 125 grams of pea protein. We have 300 grams of vital wheat gluten. Now we're going to add 40 grams of nutritional yeast. All right, so we have all our ingredients measured out. I gave the water a stir. Let's make sure the salt is combined. All right, now we're going to slowly add the dry ingredients. We want a bread consistency, a bread dough consistency, so we know in the beginning it's going to be shaggy, and then we'll add maybe a little bit of water, see how it goes. But eventually I want to get it rolled out where I can cut it in half and then braid it, and then we're ready to boil it. You can see I've really got a log formation here. So I'm going to cut this in half with my bench scraper, and then I'm going to braid it, and we'll be set to go. We've twisted those protein fiber to make those protein fibers stronger. We're going to let this sit for a little bit, and then I'm going to get some water boiling with some vegetable broth. And then once we get to boiling, then we'll bring it down to just simmer. So we're not going to cook this boiling temperature, but a little bit lower than that. And some people like to pan fry this first, or they'll pan fry it afterwards. Again, I'm just going for the basic seitan so we can flavor it and cook it up later. So I'm not going to do that. I think I'm just going to boil this. So make it work for how you want to use it, but for me, this is going to be for multiple dishes. And let me get going on that. We'll give this a rest. All right, so I used some vegetable bouillon here. Brought this up to a boil. So it's been about 15 minutes of rest time for the seitan. So I'm going to turn down the temperature, and I'm just going to have this as a simmer. We're going to simmer for 15 minutes. Or no, 45 minutes, sorry. It's just covered slightly above the seitan. So this is a perfect amount. And again, I've lowered the temperature, so we're just slightly simmering. Okay. Be back in a little bit when this is all done.
All right, so we've got a seitan.
45 minutes of a light heat. So it was like simmering barely. It was a little soft at the end, so we just did a 10 more minutes on boiling. And it really kind of changed everything. It puffed up a little bit more.
There's a lot of seitan in this.
Yeah.
All right. Is this the regular recipe?
This is the regular recipe.
There's a lot of it. This makes 13 servings for the recipe. So you gotta weigh it out and split it into 13 equal pieces.
That's how we do it.
Yeah. Otherwise you don't get the right macros. All right.
Okay, so we know how much we're getting in each recipe. That's the way to do it.
Okay. So
okay.
what we normally do right now is break this up, put it on the scale, we weigh it, which we're gonna do next. And then we divide it by 13 and we make 13 servings of it, or put on the canister, 1 serving equal 127 grams, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
To make sure we have 13 servings. So let's do that now. Let's get the scale, move that out of the way. And then we'll get a scale, put something on the scale we can transfer this to. That's got like 0 weight on it. We need to know the weight of this. All right, so put that on top of here. All right, so the weight is 1,624 grams. All right, so that's about 1622 divided by 13 is about 124 grams each.
Yep.
So we have 13 servings of 124 grams. So we can break this up into 13 servings, or we can just put it in one big thing and write on it 124 grams equal 1 serving.
Yeah, I think we use that painter's tape with a black marker. We write down
And just put it
how
on.
many grams, how many protein.
All right. So Tim's done his deed, so I'm going to make myself dinner with probably this and some broccoli. Are you getting tired?
I'm getting tired.
All right. I'll show you what I do with this next, but now that I know that it's 124 grams per serving, I can make a meal.
Yes. Again, the flexibility of this flavor profile You notice we didn't add any garlic, we didn't add any paprika, things like that. This is plain. It's ready for some of the dry rubs or sugar-free sauces.
Yeah.
So most flexibility, this is it.
All right, I'm gonna clean this up and get dinner started. See you in a bit. If you're already thriving on a plant-based diet, you already know you're doing something amazing for your body, the planet, and all living things. But even the most well-planned vegan diet can sometimes fall short in a few key nutrients. That's where Complement Essentials comes in. Crafted by plant eaters for plant eaters, Complement Essentials delivers 8 essential nutrients your body needs, but that can be harder to get from plants alone. We're talking B12, vitamin D3, omega-3s from algae oil, iodine, selenium, zinc, magnesium, and vitamin K. All carefully sourced, ethically crafted, and combined in one small, easy-to-swallow capsule. No fillers, no junk, just what you need and nothing you don't. Thousands of vegans trust Complement Essentials to fill the nutritional gaps so they can stay energized, focused, and strong day after day. Whether you're a lifelong vegan or just starting your plant-based journey or even somewhere in between, give your body the support it deserves with the cleanest, simplest, and most effective multivitamin out there. Like all Complement products, Complement Essentials is third-party tested and developed through their transparent production process. Every package is a 100% compostable pouch. Every order is carbon offset, and that's important to me because I'm a composter. And my favorite, because I'm a teacher, every order provides a plant-based meal to a child in need. Plant-based, plant love, plant nutrients, and just the ones you need. It's smart nutrition at a sustainable choice. I have teamed up with Complement to save you 15% on your next order using the link in the description below this video and my code PLANTBASEDDADS at checkout. There's never been a better time to stop supplementing and start complementing. It's your plant-based lifestyle perfected. All right, so here's what I do with this. I'm not ready to cook this yet, so I'll move it over. I just pull off a piece of this like it's a big ball. I'm just gonna shred it like you're shredding pork or chicken, and that's it. And that gives me like, almost like it just looks like shredded chicken. I know it sounds bad, but that's what it looks like. It's really simple. I just cook it like that, and I mean, it's loaded with protein. Seitan is so loaded with protein. It's equivalent to this, pretty much the same amount of chicken. If you take up however many ounces of chicken, however many ounces of seitan, and you kind of put them side by side with macros, it's basically the same amount of protein, except this has a little bit of fiber and no cholesterol. So, like, this is a win-win, right? And just like chicken, it doesn't have any taste. You got to season it. So now I've got just what looks like shredded chicken, except it's vital wheat gluten. And then I've got some Costco mixed vegetables, no oil, just the vegetables. I'll see if maybe I'll get the bag while I'm cooking this. And I've got 2 servings of that, so I'm going to throw that in here. I'm going to cook each. This is already cooked, right? These are fresh frozen. We're just going to really get these soft while this is cooking. I'm going to season this up because there's no taste to this right now. So let me get some seasoning. I'll show you what I do with that. I really love this Noble Made, less sugar, mustard barbecue sauce. It's really good, and it's 15 calories for 2 tablespoons. So that's what I'm using. Let me grab the tablespoons here. All right, so I'm gonna get my pan going. Let me turn that on, put it on medium heat. Let's see. Oh, medium heat. It goes from 300 to 1800. So I'm gonna put it at like 1000 for medium. And I'm gonna let that come to temperature, which will just take a minute here. And I'm gonna throw my seitan in here. All right, so I've got my seitan, and it's already cooked because we just cooked it, but it's boiled. So I want to like brown it up and all that. So I'm gonna give that a chance to happen, and then just as that's done, kind of as it's browning, I'm gonna throw in my Noble Made less sugar barbecue sauce. So the goal here is to just scorch this. So I want to bring up the temperature a little bit, just kind of get it a little browned and scorched. And then I'll throw in my vegetables on the side and kind of, I'll probably take this out and throw in my vegetables and cook those. And this will be a really nice protein rich dinner with some veggies for me. Looking pretty good. I love seitan. I love what it gives me. I love that it's high in protein and very low in calories. Like, when I show you the macros for this, you're gonna be like, holy smokes. It's gonna be a nice sized plate of food. A lot of times I eat this with sweet potatoes, but it's already 8 o'clock at night. Like, I'm not making a sweet potato. You may have to throw in a little water to kind of make sure it doesn't stick while it's cooking. Now I can throw in my 2 tablespoons of sauce here. And you can even go with more than 2. I think I will do that. I think I'm going to do 4 because it's only 15 calories for 2 tablespoons. So there you go. And let's kind of rub this around here. And that smells good. It's a mustardy barbecue sauce. It's really, really good. I don't really need to salt this because Tim used salt in the recipe when he made this. I don't need salt. Although I love salt and pepper and everything, I just feel like this doesn't need it. Alright, we're almost done there. And this just has to kind of warm the sauce up and then it's ready to go. Alright, so that's looking really good right there. Look at that. Oh, that's amazing. Alright, so I'm going to toss that on the plate right here. That's a nice serving of seitan right there. Throw this back here. A little water in here to get the pan clean here, to get all the fond off the bottom. Alright, there we go. And I'm going to throw my 2 servings of veggies in here. So I'm going to soften these up. And I'm going to have dinner. Ooh, a mushroom got in there. Ooh, 2. Oh, no. I specifically, and it's mixed vegetables, I specifically picked out the ones I like, meaning everything but the mushrooms. Alright, so this is going to steam up here in a little bit of water. Oh, it's going to be a good dinner. Clean up a little bit here. We decided it was 124 grams per serving to get 13 servings out of it. You need to get 13 servings out of it to get the macros that we give you for this. If you don't really care about the macros, then you can cut it into however many servings you want. But for the macros we're going to give you, it's 13 servings out of whatever you got. 134 grams per serving. I'm going to put that on the bowl. Put it right on the top. And every time we have a serving of this, we know just to weigh out 124 grams. And we have 13 servings. So there you go. Why do I need to salt and pepper this? Because we're not savages. That's why. All right. Man, this looks good. Ooh, got peppers and broccoli and carrots and looks like squash. No mushrooms, thank you. Oh, yeah, it's ready to go. Okay. That's it. Alright, let's move this out of the way so I can show you what this looks like. I don't want to touch that. Alright, there's my veggies. I'm going to throw it right on the plate here. And I'll give you a close-up of this whole thing. Very nice plate of dinner right here. Alright, I'm going to grab the calories and throw them on the screen and let's talk about them. Alright, let's give this a taste. By the way, these are the vegetables I'm using. It's a big, big bag of stir-fried vegetables from Costco. It is a 5.5 pound bag. It's pretty heavy. Costco. Alright, there you go. Let's taste this and see what it tastes like. Oh man. The frozen veggies, the salt and pepper. Ooh, so good. Alright, here we go. So this meal, this is what I love about seitan. This entire plate of food is 243 calories. Like, that's crazy. It's really good. 32 grams of protein, 26 carbs, and 1 gram of fat. This is a really low calorie dinner. I'm going to wind up being under for my calories here. So, for today, I could put more stuff on here, but it's really late. Like, I don't want to eat anything else, right? For today, I'm at 1,167 calories, just under 1,200 calories. I had 107 grams of protein today with what I've eaten. About 197 grams of carbohydrates. To some people that would be extremely high. I am not a low carb eater, I'm sorry. And about 18 grams of fat. For fiber, I ended up with, let's see, fiber I ended up with Is it not listed here? What happened? Oh, it's under carbohydrates. Yeah. Fiber ended up with 63.8, almost 64 grams of fiber. That's about what I get. 65 grams is kind of where I've been lately averaging. As long as I'm over 50, I'm good. So this is perfect opportunity for that. So good, guys. I can clean all this up. I don't know why Tim went to bed so early, but he's had a long week, really. Actually, he's been paged overnight to go back to the hospital like 3 times this past week. So, like, I don't know how he does it. I complain if I have to work an extra hour at work. And I've been off all summer. Like, it must be, I guess I really shouldn't complain. So, watching him work is just, he's done this for so long. All right, that's our video for today. Hit that like button, show us some love. Hit that subscribe button, click that bell, you get notified every time you have a new video. It's supposed to be every Tuesday, but lately my schedule is just crazy. And leave a comment below. Did you get any ideas out of this? A lot of this stuff we've done before. Seitan's not something new with us. We've had it for a long time. If you're gluten intolerant, then seitan's not going to work for you. So I'm sorry, it's just not going to think. You'll have to do something else. But I'm not gluten intolerant, so seitan, thank goodness, because seitan is like the food love of my life. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.